Right. Alright, get Twitch open. In case anybody says by. Da da da! Alright, we're good to go. Hello everybody, welcome back. Alright, so when we last left off, we fought a thing. After coming to this place, things were bad and we're trying to make them unbad. And we're still in the process of trying to make things unbad. So, let's go make things as unbad as we can. If you don't have anything to do until Deadeye's victory speech, you should wait here. I'll give you a room to use in the meantime. Once it's time for the big event, I'll come get you all. We'll wait in the room.
These must be the Danons the Darkwings freed.
Yeah. The city might be in ruins. The people have risen from the ashes.
This is the place Bayfon said Deadeye would reveal the Lord's fate. I wonder what he'll do to her.
Well...
Whoa.
Is that?
I forgot anime cutscenes are a thing.
It's Lord Almadria Kynaris.
Please stop! No good can come of such hatred. Stop or there'll be no turning back.
Is this supposed to be justice?
Well, this couldn't possibly go wrong.
Why now?
You don't think that...
The fruit of Helgen.
Well, that can't be good. What happens now? Oh, okay. And everybody gets Evangelion. I was about to say, Kisara cannot be doing great after that. This feels like a boss fight. Boss fight? Question mark?
I did warn you, did I not? Nothing good can ever come of such nasty hatred.
Oh, she's pretty. God, they uncatted my boy for a second.
I found you at last.
Mm-hmm.
I swear it. I'll make you pay for what you did to my parents!
What do we have here? Could it really be the witch from Dana? Honestly, I thought I had wiped all of you out of existence back then. I guess there was one survivor after all.
Hey, Rinwell!
Shut up! This is the only thing that's keeping me going anymore. Stay out of my way or I'll kill you!
Rinwell.
I'll kill you. I swear it. I will kill you! What did you... Why are you defending her?
I'm not really sure, you know. But when I look into your eyes, I can't let you do it.
What about you? Are you not the one who got revenge for his father? Don't I deserve that as much as you? Move aside. If you don't, then I'll blast you again.
Oh, that teary-eyed effect is really good. It's making me feel things.
Sorry. I'm afraid that I can't let you do that. No way. I can't let you kill her. Not while your face is full of the same hatred as those people who died.
You saw what she did. What are you saying? She should just get away with it all?
You're right. Rinwell. I don't know what I'm doing. But still, I know it's wrong. If you go through with this, I know you'll regret it. I'm sorry. I am. Forgive me.
I can't believe you. You, of all people. Of all the people!
Okay.
Why did you... Why you
Is your little show quite finished?
Why, you...
For many years of my life, I devoted myself to the study of astral arts. But the knowledge I took from your family was truly enlightening indeed. For that, you deserve a reward. I shall allow you to taste one of the fruits of my labor. life and death to form new hellish compositions. That is what I do best. Now
So she can make Zulus?
I'm
Okay.
Sorry for almost blowing me up. Hey, no.
Is its weak point its tongue? It has two
It's the first time. Come on, we need to take her down.
okay.
Dance in the wind! Swallow dance!
Air, I'll heal you all. Photon, lightning condensed.
Eagle Ball finish you hit a word! Earth smoke! I'm on it!
say that looks like something.
Gale force. Dance in the wind.
All good things come to an
Damn.
end.
Photon slow.
No further!
Hurricane throw.
That's this one!
We're gonna stand in this for a second.
Too shy to come over? Here, let me help! I'll run you through! Mine. Watch it!
Thank you. Flawless flight.
Will this help? Hurricane flight!
I'm gonna switch to Randall for a sec.
Healing circle.
No, wait.
Law!
Dance in the wind.
Back from death's abyss.
Sleep now. I'll be saving this one.
Lightning meteor!
Too much to handle.
You made me angry. That was a bad idea. Thanks, Shion.
Dance in the wind.
Air shattering the pieces! Attack time!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa! How about this?
Lightning condensed. Seal. I'll be saving this one.
I'm on it!
Blah, blah, blah. Holy land.
Swallow dance! I'll finish you
Dance
here
in the
and
wind.
Tail's a problem. Then let's focus there first.
What do you think I'm doing?
in a bind!
Blah, blah, blah.
This one's all mine! Now into blue!
Raging cascade.
Glacial Spear.
Here's evil. I'll be saving this one. Here, let me help. Magic advance.
I'll finish you here and now! Now you see what I can do!
Lightning condensed.
This one's
Lunar
mine.
cloud. Sleep now.
Going in.
I'll heal you all. This one's mine.
Look sharp.
Blah, blah, blah.
This one's mine.
Take this!
I'm gone.
By the power of water. Raging cascade.
Going in.
Dance in the wind. I'll be saving this one. I'll heal you all.
Oh, that's not a friendly tornado.
Raging cascade. Spread. She must be searing. Dance in the wind. I will. Sleep now. Tornado. Here, let me help.
Can't get out of this!
A new leaf. This one's mine.
Tiger blade!
Raging cascade.
I can carve through armor!
Lightning condensed. Sleep now.
Glacial Spear.
More for the stockpile.
Holy
Land.
Dragon shout!
That's bad, that's bad.
Eagle assault!
Dance in the wind.
This
Seal.
one's mine.
I'll be saving this one.
Hurricane!
That feels bad. Yep.
Raging cascade.
Piercing right!
Do it. Too much to handle. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Glacial
Is
Spear.
the tail dead yet?
Eat
Evil.
this!
Falling
I'll
storm.
run you through!
Tail is not dead.
Thunderblade.
I really owe you one.
Dance in the wind. In here.
No.
This one's
Shattering
mine.
of pieces!
Raging cascade. Now we're just expect. More with that hit driver. Air thrust.
Almost there!
Field. Blah, blah, blah. Magic. Holy light. Never miss. Raging cascade. Field.
Hang on, Ma.
More for the stockpile. Healing freeze.
Can't get out of this!
Get back up.
Bring you back from death's abyss.
Resuscitation. Dance in the wind.
Go
In here. More for the stockpile.
Appreciate the help.
I can do this all day.
You picked the wrong fight!
Let's try targeting the head.
Their arcs were interrupted.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
You require a head.
Sleep now.
No further!
More for the stockpile.
Going in.
Pierce evil. Blah, blah, blah. Crossblade.
Hold still, please.
Sealed. Here's the stockpile. If it's in the sky, it's magic is...
I'll crush you!
Get him.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Magic is him! Sealed! I'll be saving this one! Never miss!
Ow, ow, ow.
Magic is him! Divine savior! Will this help? Hurricane
No pay for that!
Lightning
You require a head.
Mega ray! Raging cascade!
Watch this! Take this!
Lightning condemned! I can't heal you forever! Hey, magic is him! Sleep now! More for the stockpile! Here, let me help! Divine savior! Far enough!
Okay, so apparently charging it 3 times is something that I can do.
Dance in the wind! In here!
Experiment.
In here! I'll be saving this one!
I'm gonna aim for the middle for this one.
Magic is him!
Okay, 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 okay.
Raging
Fuck him up, Jesus, yeah.
Seal!
I don't like how he turned to look at me.
in here! I never miss! The water, you get the gist!
Take this.
Radiant, here! Flaming meteor! Lightning condensed! In here! I'll be saving this one! Sleep now! More for the stockpile! Look here! Raging cascade! Tear you apart! I can do this all day!
I've let you all down.
One more! Dance in the wind! Sealed! Hurricane strike!
This one's all mine! Burn in hell!
More for the stockpile! Do it! Make it break! Frozen!
Hammer!
Good shit. Apparently I unlocked that ability for Rinwell at some point.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. But Almadria got away. Linwell, are you...
What the hell happened here?
Bayfon, is that you? Thank goodness you're okay.
I've been outside the city this whole time, but I sensed a disturbance in the wind and decided to turn back. What happened here? Where is everybody?
This motherfucker might as well have said I'm sensitive to
She
disturbance in
allowed
the
herself
Force.
to be captured so she could rile up the Danans into a frenzy and rob them of their astral energy. She wiped out almost everyone in the plaza, including Deadheim.
Deadheim's dead. Everyone. And the Darkwings. Almost all of our companions in the Resistance. How could this happen?
Regardless of what she had to gain, what kind of person would do something like that?
If she managed to find kinship in Kelzelik, then I'd say the very worst kind. It's clear now that she used Menancia as a testing ground for the fruits of Helgen, before using them here.
So everything that led up to this moment was all a part of her plan.
Once she knew they'd eaten enough tainted food, she just needed to get herself caught.
We have to go after her. Balseth and Ganabelt were horrible, but Almadria makes them look like saints. I doubt she's really gone back into hiding. We have to put an end to this, once and for all.
Yeah, what she's done can't be forgiven.
I don't know what to do. I saw what hatred did to those people, but hating her is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't just stop hating her. What am I supposed to do? Tell me. Smile at her from across the battlefield? Apologize while we fight her? I don't know if I can do that.
Rinwell.
Nobody can understand what you've been through. We can't even begin to imagine the pain you've experienced. But if hate is what has kept you going ever since that day, then let it be your strength. However, think about this. When you've had your revenge, when we've beaten Almeidrea, then what will you do?
Huh?
I'm saying you're going to have to find a way to survive once that hatred is gone. When it is, what do you plan on doing then?
I don't know. I've never thought about it before.
Almeidrea's death doesn't have to be your end too. You need a reason to live, Rinwell, not an excuse to die. Understand?
She's right. We could never truly know the pain that Almeidrea has caused you. But I think you should listen to Shion. Give yourself time to consider things. And if it's too much right now, it's okay for you to sit this one out.
No. My head might be a mess right now, but I'm not letting you fight Almeidrea without me. I need to be there. Please. That much I do know. I'm going with you. And on the road, I'll think about it. A reason to live. Without hate.
That said, it'll be no good chasing after her blind with no idea where she went. Beifon, do you have any ideas where she might have gone?
I can't say for sure, but west of here is an underground harbor along a cliff near the coast. She spent years building a ship there. A floating fortress that she called her castle on the sea. No one quite knew why she wanted the thing. But now...
Of course. She's already effectively destroyed her own capital. It's likely she planned to abandon her realm as well.
Right. That's as good a lead as any. Let's go.
What do we got here? Alright. Oh. Invasion? Yes, I'll take that. Thank you. Mid-air damage. I always forget about using mid-air stuff with Rinwell. Something we're gonna have to work on. That next. Another one bites the dust. Spread. Oh, hey, then she gets that. Okay. Battle started. Work on that. Another one down for him. 8 years stored by perfect video. I don't really use them on the field all that much. That'll probably change in the future, but for the time being... increase tech limit. Increase run extension attack. We'll go for Elemental Mastery. Elemental Attack. Resistance. Let's go increase down damage. We'll start here and go there, I guess.
What's that woman going to do next?
Nothing good, I'll bet.
We'll stop.
Is that too much? I like the red on him. Maybe... and we'll keep red on her too. Alright. Yeah, we'll save
this
that.
time.
Anything around here? There's 2 exits. both go to Nia's. Oh right, it's that middle area. I need to go to the inn. Why don't we go with Rinwell for a while? Did I get something new for her? What if I just put everybody in red? Do I have a red variant? I do. I don't have anything red for her yet. Maybe one day we'll be the Crimson Brigade. Who knows? This
I
team
think there's
needs
someone
a name.
in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
I don't have much money. Okay. Dark Mark? What is Dark Mark? Makes you easier to detect when making contact with enemy icons. That's interesting. XP boost. Might as well. I think now's the time to do it.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Well, I couldn't hang out with anyone. Alright, which way are we heading? I think they said to the west? Head for the hidden underground dock west of Nia's. Right, so... This is where we came from. Maybe here? This would be west, right? I'm gonna say it's this one just because we couldn't go to that area before. I mapped some of this stuff out when I was off stream, and I couldn't get past this area, so maybe this is where we have to go now. It is west.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
That one seems important.
I still can't believe what that Almadria did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Whoa! My family and I...
Oh,
we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almadria who did it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Danon mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Danon?
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Law.
Alright, so I'm not getting past here. What does the map say? Or the, Hidden Wharf. I've come across that. Where was that? Somewhere I scouted out before. Ah, here we are. Okay. So this is what we need to go through. So the closest teleport point is over here.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
So I'd been through here before. I pretty much did everything, but I couldn't get past the elevator.
I'll do my best!
Dance in the wind!
Look sharp!
Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Feel!
This one's mine!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall! Cyclone!
I really owe you one.
Look out! Swallow Take that! Hurricane! Raging Cascade!
Too bad! Shouldn't have messed with me!
Back. I'll trip it up.
Lightning condemned! Field! In here!
I'll crush you!
I need to dodge.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Touch button, touch button, touch button.
Healing meteor!
First strike!
Glacial! Looks like we got them all.
Okay.
Out of my way!
Raging Cascade!
Going in!
Field!
Look sharp!
I'll be sick out in your dreams!
Eagle assault!
It's a duel of the arts! Dance in the wind! Air Now take front!
Got flyers.
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours.
Raging cascade! In here! I'll be saving this one! Field!
Leave the ensnaring to
Stand
me.
still.
Hey, Lenny! Take that! One! Do it! Darling! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash.
Will this help? This one's mine! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Raging cascade!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almadria fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
That's far enough! In the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! In here! I'll be saving this one! In here! Airborne beast! I'll be saving this one! Magic is in!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly! Lunar corruption! Lunar flight! I've risen! Slow step! I've risen! Right!
Seems about right to me.
So yeah, I don't think I'll be casting anything while in midair, so that's something to keep in mind. I guess if I need to be more mobile.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Later.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
Alright.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria.
Hello?
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set, and we'll set sail.
I think we're ready to go. I suppose I could take a look around before then. Just down to the other end of the dock. That's all seems to be here. Nothing. Alright. Let's go. Come sail away, come sail away. Suddenly they're sailing
This is
mechanics.
like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
Your party disbanded?
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
I feel that this music doesn't fit the serious nature of these conversations. Maybe this one.
You don't look so good. You alright?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
Thank you.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Since we live now in a post-Star Wars sequel trilogy world, there's nothing I love more than stories that tell you, hey, the world isn't as black and white as you might think it is. It's all a whole bunch of gray. I don't want to get into it. Let's just say I was disappointed. Yes, I love how gray all of this has been.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadime. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
This fucking music, Jesus.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask
Hopefully
Mama.
not much. I'm ready to fight things now.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's a big ship.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
Cue the noise.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
So is she not gonna fight us herself at any point? She's just gonna keep throwing monsters at us?
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
It is time to fight, to punch. Noble Fortress Gradia.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Let us.
I'll do my best. Bring him down. In here. I'll be saving this one. Going in. Reload. More for the stop. What's that range attack? Where are you going? Dance in the wind. Going in. Air thrust. Raging wind.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah. To me. Thunder blade. I can do it all day. Air thrust. I'm only getting started.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Out of our way. Lightning condemned. In here. I'll be saving this one. Illumination. In here.
You two can stand up to these things. Can't get out of this.
There you are.
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open.
Be my guest.
I can carve through armor. My shield.
Air thrust.
This one's mine.
Make it roll. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Shouldn't appear to be anything in here.
Huh?
What is this thing? Is it just me, or does it look like the one we ran into back in Reveal? Hold on, this one's actually made of astral energy. It might be one of Almadria's traps. Crap, so what do we do?
Got it!
If I manipulate the astral energy, I could get rid of it, maybe. I'll just have to give it a shot.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Anything over here? Some puppers.
Go no further! Let the marksman handle this. Sleep now. I'll be saving this one. In here. These ones can run rings around us. This one's mine. Magic is them. Tidal wave. Raging canyon.
I'll run you down. Do back. Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Lightning condemned. Thunder blade. Healing circle.
Thanks, Shion.
Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Tiger blade.
Run you down.
Kikara frozen.
Hammer! Nice.
Goodies.
No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Money, I'll take it. And now we can progress. Map. This music reminds me of Skyrim music.
Sleep now. I'll be saving this one. Sleep now.
No further.
I can read your moves like a book.
Raging cascade.
You see what happened there is you crossed me. I shouldn't have done that.
Lightning condemned. Thunder blade. Dance in the wind.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'll tear you apart!
Dance in the wind. Reload. Lightning condemned. Reload. Here's another. Lunar corruption.
Off my foot!
Frozen flight. Do it. Kikara frozen.
Hammer!
Everyone's
Barely a blip on our radar.
Out of our way. Condemned. In here, not in your dreams. Lunar corruption. Lightning
This
condemned.
one's mine.
Thunder.
You require
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Fire support. Heal you all. Sleep hard sealed. Healing at the top time.
Shield and me!
I'll be saving this
There's the spot.
Divine behavior. Raging cascade. Here's evil.
My shield.
Air thrust.
This one's mine!
One last one.
Do it! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! There's always room for improvement.
That's a lot. No. Okay. Continue this way.
No backing down!
Now you learn.
Not on my watch. Lunar corruption. Blah. Seal.
A showdown between blade and fist!
Here, let's leave now.
Spirit.
Too much to handle? Dance in the wind!
Do it.
Frozen!
Hammer!
Glacial spear! Raging cascade!
Do it!
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Discovered more than any other game that I can think
Hey!
of.
Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
I I notice I do not talk at all when I'm in the middle of a fight. I think I'm just too busy concentrating.
Lightning condemned!
In a bind?
In here! You'll pay for what you did! You get the
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Will this help? Dance in the wind!
Eat this!
Air thrust!
Healing sword!
Ice prism! Tiger blade!
Lion towel! Time to shine!
Hit! Here's a dance!
Where are you going?
Bullseye! Magic Kazam! Air thrust! Reload! Hit! Here's a dance!
Hey! Blow them away!
Try to be more mobile with
Barely a blip on our radar.
beef. Oh, get to the other thing quickly before the thing runs out.
Go no further!
Rolling snap! Won't save you!
Lightning condemned! Lightning! In here!
I'll punch that gun out of your hand!
I can do this!
Hey! Blow them away!
Switch to offense!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Burn in hell!
Dance in the wind! In here!
Hurricane strike!
Sleep now!
Mine!
I'll be saving this one!
Take this!
Annihilation! Magic Kazam! Cyclone! I'm out of ammo! Ice Prism! I'll stop that one!
Mine!
Ready and raring!
Hurricane
I can carve through armor!
Bullseye! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade!
The enemy wields arc too.
We'll soon see about that!
These fists have got your name on them!
Raging Cascade! Hurricane strike! In here! Frost! Lightning!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Swallow
Loud,
down!
loud magic!
Glacial
Freeze
Spear!
Lancer! Here's evil!
There you won't make a fool of me!
Freeze Lancer!
Do it!
Ice Prism!
Hey! Blow them away!
That went well.
A comfortable win.
Access key.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Back to the elevator. Lower level? It looks like we might actually have to go there first. So let's try here. 39. These are getting expensive. Gotta be something good in here.
I'll do my
Raging
best!
Cascade! In here!
Do you require a hand?
Hurricane here! Evil one's mine!
Radiant Dance in the
Where are
wind!
you going?
Raging Cascade eruption! Sleep
Flying
now!
freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Make it rain!
Can you take care of them?
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! The waters of magic is
This one's mine!
Hear me! Tiger blade! Burning strike! Raging Cascade!
I'm gone!
Spread! Too much to handle?
It's in the sky!
Eat this!
Mine!
Dance in the wind!
How about this?
Barely a
Oh, it's
blip
too
on our
stressful.
radar.
Probably gonna have to use some gel soon. Oh, you came out of nowhere.
Ow! Now you'll learn!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade!
This one's mine!
Raging
They really don't
Cascade!
give up, do they?
Astral energy! Full throttle! Searing flame! Reload!
I can carve through
Shield. Here's a healing arc. In here. First aid. Seal. Seal.
I'll take you all on.
Does that cancel my guys?
Ha! Flare the Malisa.
Here, loud magic. First aid.
Going in.
Raging Cascade.
I really owe you one.
In here.
Will this help? Tiger Blade.
Healing circle. Magic is
Glacial
there.
Spear.
I
Here's
really
the
owe
evil.
you one. That frickin' does it.
I'll heal you all.
This one's
Healing
mine.
circle.
What's this?
I've risen by the power of water.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon hurricane!
Dance in the wind.
Seal!
This one's mine.
Seal.
Glacial Spear.
More
Here's
to the
evil.
stockpile.
Good things coming. I'm hurt bad.
Get out of
Run
this!
to the red.
Hurricane!
Going in.
Tectonic punch!
Going in.
Hurricane strike. Back into the
Frickin' does it!
Here's evil. Thanks, Shion.
Eat this!
Dance in the wind.
This one's
Air
mine.
thrust.
Look sharp.
I've risen the power of water. Frozen.
Hammer.
These bad guys really don't mess around.
Where do we go? Okay.
And thus our strength yet grows.
Number goes up. Elemental attack. Crit. Your resistance attack and pressure. I'll keep that for now. Alright. Moving on.
Lightning dance. Seal.
Where are you going?
More for the stockpile. Sleep now.
Take it. Look sharp.
Tectonic
I'm
punch!
only getting
Magic is
started.
there.
She frickin' does it!
Savior.
Rolling
Lightning.
snap!
Downfall. Puddle.
Going in.
Close flight.
Do it.
Hey! Blow them away!
Now or never.
Here I go.
Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Can't get out of this!
Dance in the wind. Air. Flash. Corruption.
Laser ray!
Lost.
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Hurricane. Dance in the wind. Radiant. Air thrust.
Falling storm! Score!
Close flight.
Laser ray. I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep.
She's got
I barely worked
lots
up a
of
sweat.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
The improved endurance experiment was a success. Lord Mondrio will be most pleased. Her lordship is rather taken with this Zuko. The entire lab was almost fired over it.
I think I'll try to make that new recipe with this.
Recipe!
But I'll decide how spicy it is.
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
I won't forgive you.
Cancer
Not
space.
on my watch. Raging Cascade. Hurricane Blast. Freeze laser. She must handle.
You think that shield will save you?
I see one, eh?
It's in the sky and mine.
It's got flyers.
Go.
I've got it.
Do it.
Let us march this handle it.
All yours.
Corruption. Touch by the lightning condemned.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Smash you!
Shut him down. It's almost too strong. Be my guest.
Blah, blah, blah. Seal.
Make it rain!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Alright, now all that leaves is the big boy.
You picked the wrong.
I'll be saving this one. Tidal wave. Here's a healing arc. Lightning hit. In here.
Tiger blade! On your
Hit that. More with that. Astral energy.
Punch him really hard.
No more.
I've been doing really great lately.
I guess I have too much Bizarre Megacore. I'm getting low on CP though. Access key B. There's no way this equipment is part of the ship. There must be more experiments going on here. Alright, I guess we go up.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
That seems important.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
One step at a time. I assume there's a reason we can't go this way, probably because of the shield. Is there other ways we can go? Gonna run out of food buff soon. Fight me!
No backing down! Damn it! Shattering the pieces!
Raging cascade! You'll have no mercy!
Now you'll learn! Take this!
Bitch!
Can't get out of this!
Thought you were cool. Thought you were real cool.
Mission!
Too much to handle?
The enemy heals arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Nothing, you're not looking so hot. Let me refill you.
This looks nice and tough.
Lots and lots of rooms filled with goodies, I hope. Oh, hi.
Let's dispose of the trash. Feisty one, eh? First strike! This one's mine!
Glacial spear. Dance in the wind! Falling tower! So much
your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Glacial Spear.
Dragon
Lightning
Shield!
to death! Sweep I'll be saving this one.
This one's
It's
mine.
almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
My shield! Now I'm real mad!
Glacial Fire. Where are you going? Tiger Blade. Hurricane Strike.
First aid!
That
Ready!
You're done!
Make it rain. I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
More gold. Hopefully there's a shop somewhere on this ship.
Get lost.
You require a hand.
The rebel.
Seal! I'll have to take my revenge on you!
Got you now.
Take this!
Here's evil! Sweet dreams! Here's a healing arm! Lightning to death!
I'll smash you!
In here!
Eat this! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Okay, he's probably dead.
I can't heal you forever!
Eagle Thigh!
Look sharp.
Lightning to death!
Look sharp.
You require a hand.
Now I'm in the groove! Rip and tear!
Combine. Hurricane Strike. Look sharp.
Air thrust!
Back, will ya?
Here's a healing arm!
Now I'm in the groove!
Here's another!
Make it rain.
Beyond astral energy! Full throttle!
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here.
So, mid-air Rinwell is kind of super fucking cool. I need... Natural best.
This'll
Numbers go up.
Make us even more formidable.
Save.
This one's all mine!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Raging cascade! Burning strike!
Glacial Spear.
Here's evil!
Eagle of
Free blaster!
now!
Dance in the wind! Air! Lunar corruption! One last one!
Eagle
Raging cascade!
here and now!
Shield in the wind!
You require a hand.
Here, let me help.
Dragon
Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Thunder blast!
Do it! Ungeon!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
I feel sprightlier than before.
Hello? Butterfly wings.
Looks like we've spotted one of Poodle's friends.
I don't think I could really give butterfly wings to body that would fit.
I'll do
Dance
my
in the
best.
wind!
You got
In here!
spirit.
Healing circle!
Appreciate
Seal!
it.
Lightning! Downpour! Here goes!
I owe you one for that.
Lunar corruption!
Going in.
Tunnel!
Going in.
Here goes!
Swallow
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Glacial Spear! Hurricane Evil! Tunnel! Here's the healing arm! Dance in the wind!
Fine not too long ago.
This one's mine.
Hurricane Field! Raging
sharp.
Cascade! Sweet dreams!
On guard.
I lost my focus!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I've been doing really great lately.
Saffron. Herb that greatly raises elemental defense. Well, she's my tank, so she's got to have better defense in all things. Battle chambers. Save that. This is a really big dungeon.
Ow! Bring him down! I'm on Reload! Here's a healing!
I don't have much left.
No further!
Going in.
It's over! Watch him!
Going in.
Rip and tear!
Ice prison!
Here I go.
You're mine! Here goes! Here I go! I'm only getting started! Lightning down!
Burn in hell! We're not finished!
By the power of water!
Talon hurricane!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
I won't be able to heal you for much longer.
I hear ya.
Maybe we should head back?
Almost up food buff too. So we've gotten everything in this room.
Here, let me help. Dance in the wind!
I don't have much left.
In here!
This one's mine.
I'm on a roll now!
More for the
This one's
stockpile!
mine.
Hear me!
Where are you going?
Magic is in! Cyclone!
This one's
Cyclone!
mine.
Away! It's over! Ice prison! I'm all stuffed up! Ice prison!
Damn it!
Glacial
Too
steel!
fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Freeze laser! Air thrust!
Swallow there! I'm on a roll now!
Take a break. Kisara, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Yeah. Did we ever? So we can get down here. There's a thing here. Alright, we can progress, so we need to back out. If I can. Let me go up and see if there's an exit. One. Okay, so that's where we need to go.
That enemy looks
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Oh my lord! In here! More for the
Swallow dance!
In here!
I'm just getting started!
More for the stockpile!
The
waters of
magic
is
My deal?
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Radiant
Here!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I've been doing really great lately.
Out of our way!
Engaging!
Lightning condemned! In here!
Too shy.
More for the stockpile!
Here, let me help.
Sealed! I'll be saving this one! Magic is
In a bind?
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
This is jail! You're
Tiger Blade!
I don't think I'm going to be able to do any more healing for now.
Take a big sleep. Redo my food buff.
Finally, some open space again.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Let's see. I could use more CP. CP after battle. Is there any other one? Yes. We'll go with this one.
This shall suffice. Please, everyone, have as much as you like.
Hey, you're pretty good at cooking, Dohalim.
That's for sure. And rather surprising. I never thought a Renin Lord would know how to fix anything on their own.
You flatter me. This dish is nothing special.
I don't know. I'd say this was pretty good.
Yeah. If we ever get back to Calaglia, I'd love the chance to share this with everybody.
All I did was simply cut some ingredients and let them simmer inside the pot. Most anyone could prepare this recipe.
That's simple, huh? Just throw them in and simmer?
You might be misleading him a bit, making it sound so easy.
I'm certainly not exaggerating it.
If all it takes is putting ingredients in water, I can handle that. I'll have to try it soon.
Huh? I think it might be better if you didn't, Alphen.
Hmm? Why not?
And if he did, you'd be obligated to eat it.
Don't worry, I'll heal you afterwards.
I don't know whether to feel more sorry for Alphen when nobody believes in him.
This meal was so bad
or
it caused me
myself knowing
physical
what's in store for me
damage.
once I eat his concoction.
I lost some hit points after eating that meal. Alright, back onto the death boat. Where's the... Did I talk to him? Yes.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Can I go around? No. Damn it.
Out of my way! Engaging! Done it! Annihilate! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! This one's mine! Too much to handle? Lightning condemned! In here! Eruption! Sealed! This one's mine!
Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Sealed! I'll be saving this one!
Down low. Move, move,
Let's
move.
keep our eyes on the prize.
Little help! That's freaking Dance in the wind! In here! First aid! Eagle Tiger Blade!
Take this!
Hold still.
Raging Cascade! You're done! In here!
You all look at
I'm at Watson!
It's almost too strong. Be my guest.
Lock! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Moving on.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
This level 2. Alright. Fight the big thing.
Go no further!
Damn it! The rebel! Stop them!
Still!
Damn it.
Raging Cascade! Careful!
Alright,
Camouflage! Raging Cascade! Here's a healing arc! I'll take it from here.
I don't think I've seen this one.
Handle this!
Ooh.
Deus Roar!
I rarely get to use that. What happened to the other knight? Oh, there's only one left. What's the bigger threat here? He has more HP, but I don't feel like he can do all that much. This one's the more chaotic choice.
Lightning condemned! In here!
Oh, he's got a long reach.
Take this!
I'll be saving this one! Raging Cascade!
Their arcs were interrupted.
Lightning condemned! In here!
Oh, he's got a long reach.
Here, let me help. Sleep now. I'm only getting I'll be saving this one.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malicer!
Will this help? Magic is there! Sleep now. I'll be saving this one. Hey,
Here for a bit.
close one. Gotcha. Magic is there! Divine Savior! Will this help?
Burn!
Breath! Healing dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Searing flame! Close one! Gotcha! Oh, magic is out!
Ow.
Stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! I'll show you just how strong my arts really are!
Aw, two-sided
I'll print more with that Ice prison! Will this help? I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this!
I think hers is my favorite. Are you dead? You're not dead.
This one's mine!
God, that's such a long reach.
Sleep now. More for the stockpile. In here. Will this help? Healing close one. Gotcha. Save the waters of magic. Ow! Hey, that never the water healing rod magic. First aid. Dance in the wind.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malicer!
Is it dead?
It's coming! Freaking does it!
Will this help?
Eat this! Holy storm! I can carve through armor!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Here's the evil! Do it! Sion, astral energy! Full throttle! Here, let me help!
I'm just getting started!
Take
This one's
dance
mine!
in the wind! Air thrust! Here comes Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
I think that went well. How's everyone?
Step back! This one's all law!
Let's sign things here. Okay. On the other side. Ah. Elixir. Seems like an important door. Let's go. What do we have here? The core. It's probably time for a big monster fight.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
Is there anything of use in this room?
The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Alright.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Interesting. Alright. On floor 4.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something
I've got some
hiding around
shopping
here.
to do after this.
Little help!
It's almost too strong.
Leon, astral energy, full throttle!
Get fucking wrecked, Jesus.
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here.
Is that a fucking dragon?
Go no first!
Denied!
Now you'll learn.
Arc shield!
Talon hurricane!
Ice prison!
It's gone!
Lightning attack! Sweep now! In here!
Going in!
I'll be saving this
Smash
one!
you!
Like
Goodbye, save
We're not finished!
Dance in the wind! Air drop! Lightning Ice!
You're mine!
Mega ray! Hit! Here's another water!
Shatter and freeze!
Attack time!
I'll tear you apart!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Looks like some solid equipment.
Numbers go up. Alright, I guess we're gonna go fight a dragon now. Wakey wake.
Pow!
This is straight up dragon.
Dance in the wind!
Dark
In here!
Radiant here!
I'll be saving this one!
Tiger blade!
In here! Those flying creatures are a real pain in the
I
butt!
want a different colored version of this.
Hit a word!
Lightning condense! Blah, blah, blah. In here!
You see what happened there as you crossed me.
Blah, blah, blah.
Shouldn't have done that.
Will
Get out of this!
Raging cascade! Feel!
Appreciate the help.
Dragon Shell!
Blah, blah, blah. Sleep now. More for the stockpile.
Denied!
The enemy's open.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hurricane strike! Lightning strike! Radiant here! I never miss!
Sleep now. I'll be saving this one. In here.
Hurricane strike!
Guns not back up yet.
Smash you! Now
Raising testing. In here.
Here, let me help! Hurricane!
Sleep now.
Eagle fly!
Can't get out of this.
I'll be saving this
Now
one.
in the group!
Lightning strike!
Quick.
I'm only getting started. Sleep now. More for the stockpile. Take it.
This one's all mine.
I'll be saving this one. Divine Savior!
Burn!
Blow
away!
This one is real.
Eat this!
Seal.
What's this?
In here.
Hurricane
The walk you get the disc. Tie it away.
Radiant here! Take that! Piercing wall!
Yeah, just stand in that.
Hammer!
You just go right ahead and sit still.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
Barrier's gone. Looks like we're right at the precipice. Seen it before, I guess so. Let's get in there.
Well, we've only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
Let's do this.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Miez. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed.
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of. Mesmold!
That's another dragon. There's just a big dragon. Is she gonna ride on it like the Nameless King?
Enjoy your meal!
She's not. Okay, I was about to say, at least she's riding on it. Kind of punch. Is she the weak point? That.
Sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you! Magic is there! Healing circle!
Thanks, Shion.
Not today!
Blah, 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 magic!
No further!
Lightning condemned! In here! I'll heal you all!
Where are you going?
Not in your dreams! Lightning condemned! Thunder blade! Now lightning condemned circle! Radiant pierce! Raging cascade! Seal! Blah, 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 magic! Sleep now. More for the stockpile!
Carve through armor! Here, let me help.
The water, blah, 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 magic! Tidal wave!
Back into the fray. Piercing.
The earth throbs in pain.
Eat dirt!
Not in your dreams! Raging cascade! Dance in the wind! In here! Oh, magic is amped! Cross blade! Hit! Pierce! Lightning condemned!
This one's all mine!
Glacial spear.
Here's Angel!
Seems like attacking the tail's not doing much.
Lightning condemned! Field! More for the stockpile! Hey!
I'm all stuffed up. Dragon Mega Ray. Eagle assault.
Magic is amped! Field! I'll be saving this one!
In a bind?
Lightning condemned!
Going in. Eagle
Lightning condemned! In here!
Teleport?
What's she doing now?
She's
I'd get away
infusing her
from it.
beast with more power.
Get ready! In here! More for the stockpile! Gotcha! Magic is amped! Here's a healing Well set! Puddle! Radiant pierce! Dance in the wind!
Throbs in pain.
Raging cascade! Annihilate breath! Into the shadows!
Switch to offense. Mega Ray.
I never miss!
Brimming with hatred.
Lightning condemned! In here! Not in your dreams!
Going in.
More where that came from! Will this help? Raging cascade! Healing circle!
Not today!
Stay away. Back into the fray.
Meta ray! Thanks in here!
Swallow dare. Roll now. Eagle run.
magic! Here's a healing art! Blah, 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 magic! Sealed! More where that came from!
Take this!
Raging cascades! Healing spread! Here!
Can I aim for her? No, it doesn't look like it.
Go!
Blow away!
Here! Primed and ready! Glacial Fire! Lightning condemned! Tiger Blade! In here! Lightning condemned! Sealed! Sleep now, not in your dreams! Raging
Shouldn't have messed
cascades!
with me!
That one's mine! Spread!
I can carve through!
Too much to handle? More where that came from!
Do it!
Kitara,
Punch
frozen!
it.
Hammer!
Lightning condemned! Sealed!
I'm just getting
Magic is there! Sealed!
They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first.
She's no
I don't think I can hit her at all.
stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah! Take it away!
Art sealed! Raging cascade!
Eagle assault!
Sleep now, not in your dreams!
Down! You're on!
I thought I stole that from her.
You will suffer.
Analyze. CP.
Better leave! Hurricane strike! Freeze laser! Will this help? Blah, 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 magic!
There, now she's back on it.
Wits about you, people.
I'm just getting armor won't save you!
Light! Raging cascade! Sleep ready!
The winds of judgment
Oh, this is
blow
bad.
your way. Fall before impending calamity. Chaotic disaster.
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, they're mine!
Not with this.
Not in your dreams!
Oh, come on. Why didn't I steal that?
Lightning condemned!
Only restores one ally.
Prepare to be sealed!
Need to spend more items.
Just what the doctor ordered! First aid!
Appreciate the help.
Lightning condemned!
I'll bring you back from
Thunder
death to
blade!
this. Ready to go.
Raging cascade! In here!
Denied.
Drag it down!
I'll heal you all! Cover the casters! Healing circle!
Really focusing on me now.
Lightning condemned! Sealed! Take care! Poodle!
I'll bring you back. If it's in the sky, it's mine.
He's such a failure.
I'll bring you back from death to this. Swappy.
Here, I still have some fight left in me. Here's a healing art!
Oh, snap.
That's better. I'll bring you back from...
I can't target her either.
Their arcs were interrupted.
Dance in the wind! Sleep now. In here! Cyclone! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Spread!
you see what I can do.
Raging Cascade!
Sleep now.
Have some fun.
In here! Not on my watch!
I'm kind of mad that I can't steal from her.
He's such a failure.
Don't leave me all alone here.
You require a hand.
Blah, blah, blah. You get the gist. Freeze! Air thrust!
You will suffer.
Sleep now. Hit! More where that came from!
Where are you going?
Raging Cascade!
Her master core.
Not while I'm around, she isn't. Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Rinwell!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down!
Yeah!
You
Fuck
don't
'em up.
scare me!
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now!
Not today!
Can I target her?
Lightning Sleep now!
Armor won't save you!
Blah, blah, blah!
Fuck it. Oh.
You will suffer.
I've risen!
In a bind? I'll tear you apart!
Dance in the wind! Seal!
Behold my dream power of me.
Sleep now!
Lightning far enough.
Lightning condemned! Seal!
I'll tear you apart!
Sleep now!
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending calamity.
Watch this!
Chaotic disaster.
Where's the all of them? Live?
You will suffer.
The earth throbs in pain.
Not in your dreams! I'll end you! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Oh. Those fucking enrage attacks. That thing's still alive? Oh, I was about to say, Jesus.
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to.
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
What is... Hello? Hello? You again.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh, Lord Volron.
Oh,
what
he's
brings
so good
you
at killing
here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Oh, sir. You know him?
Stop right there!
How?
Think you can cut me down?
What?
Come on, Alphen. Yeah! What do you remember? Oh, space? Uh-oh.
Wait, what just happened to him? Alphen!
Alphen?
Say something!
Go.
Let go of me!
What?
Let me go!
Can he not feel pain either?
Alphen!
Let go of my healer.
Sion!
Alphen!
He can feel pain now. Oh no. Oh, Xion. Oh no.
Come and find me. If you truly are the Sovereign.
What the fuck? Oh no. Hello? Run unmailed lab worker. Test subject number 1273. The spirit channeling ceremony will begin shortly. Until then, you are to calm your mind and await further instructions.
After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
Astral energy charging almost complete. Output stable. Standing by. So was he the last Sovereign or something? He called him the Sovereign. I can't use a map. I can't say progress either, so we're gonna keep going. The maiden will maintain control over things. You just focus on not breaking your concentration while the ceremony's in progress. If you want to see her home again, you'll have to do a good job here in number 1273. To be honest, I was beginning to sweat bullets. If you hadn't worked out, Who knows what we would have done. This is the first time we've managed to assemble a sovereign and maiden ready for the ceremony after all. So he was a sovereign? But seeing you make it all the way to today has put my fears to rest. Are you going to tell me I can't go past this point? Yeah. Can't you Danans figure out where to go on your own? Or are you stupid, so stupid that you managed to get lost in a tiny place like this? You have a job to do, now do it, return to your position. So they call him the Sovereign, but he is Danan. It's interesting. Oh, it's you, number 1273. Or should I say Sovereign? Sovereign's starting to sound like a code name and not the one we're familiar with. You don't understand how much time and effort we've invested to create you as our lone success. We can't risk losing you to injury at this stage. I don't know who got it in their head to start calling you Sovereign. At the end of the day, you're nothing more than a test subject. Your only worth lies in your physical aptitude for the task at hand. Your thoughts and feelings are of no concern. Okay, so yeah, it's a code name. He's not actually the Sovereign. Is this the test subject, ma'am? Wow, it looks just like us. On the outside, maybe. Inside, it's as uncivilized as the rest of them. You haven't forgotten my warning from earlier, I hope. No, ma'am. No touching the test subject, right?
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
It's time, Alphen. It's finally happening, huh? Yes, we need to change into our outfits, then meet in front of the transference device. Once this is all over, you'll finally be able to return home. She kinda looks like Shion. Wonder what the relationship there is gonna be. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm sorry you got dragged into all of this. It's not your fault. Let's just do what we have to do and get this thing over with. Right.
I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Naori.
Naori. That looks important.
Alphen. Live for me.
Wait, please. Wait,
Where are we?
What was that? How long ago was that?
I'm willing to bet that was 300 years ago.
That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone?
Oh, no. Not that he'd be able to use it anymore anyway.
I need to find them. Better start looking.
Party disbanded. Master Core of Wind. Don't know where we are. That's where we need to go. How long have we been going? 2 hours, 30 minutes. I kind of don't want to end it here. Let me go up ahead and see if I can at least find my group. I can't even run. God, how long are we going to be without Shion?
Shion. Damn it.
Alright. This is probably going to suck. Haven't played as often in a while.
Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! Mirage! I'm not... Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Be still! Stardust! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! It's over! Lunar Rondo! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Mirage! You're mine! Be still! Lunar Rondo! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Ow.
Double Demon Fang! You're mine! It's over! Dragon Swarm! I'm nearly done for! Double Demon Fang! Lightning Thrust! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Here I come!
Can't do... Oh, I don't have the Blazing Sword, right. Do I have items?
It's on! Stardust! Lunar Rondo! Bongo! Mirage! Here I come! It's over! Double Demon Fang! Dazzle! Mirage! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! No escape! Double Demon Fang! You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Here I come! You're finished! Double Demon Fang! Dazzle! Mirage!
God, they hit hard. Ugh.
This should do it! Here I come! It's over! Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Double Demon Fang! Stardust!
Okay, that took a while.
Alvin?
Oh, somebody.
Frinwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive.
Any idea where we
right?
are?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing.
So the other ones
There's
are
a village
around.
back the way we came from. Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Frinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Heros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
I don't think it was.
Luck?
He wants us here.
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I think Huro senses an owl around here.
Let's get to the village. I still can't run.
Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions.
Alphen is
Say,
not
Alphen,
here.
it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation. Simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
Friend. Looks like an eye patch. There we go. Red eye patch. Does that mean you can put the left eye patch and
Looks like
right
you
eye
spotted
patch
one
on?
of Poodle's friends.
I just want to get my party back together in some way, shape, or form. Does this mean Kisara's my
Do you
main
sense one
healer
of your
now?
friends, Hoodle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah. Eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first.
Man, this is gonna be a long episode.
I got my memory back.
Like all of it, or just what we've seen?
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Well, it's not exactly exact.
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
When did we find out Shion's name?
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegus. over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana.
Oh, we're going way back.
More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Okay, let me think. Over 300 years ago. I wonder if what they did to him and had him do, I wonder if that was somehow a catalyst or an excuse they used to invade?
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
something. Oh, nothing. Oh boy. Are these just chests hanging out in the water? Can't open them.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
I figured that's what it was.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Man, they really decided we're gonna dump freaking 3 hours of story and exposition. Oh God, please give me my party back.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegus, it still feels like it was only a year or 2 ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renins invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Bring this up. Yeah, I can only change mine. Alright. There's a chest. Oh. Couldn't open it before. Guess you have to be at the right angle.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or
Naori's
roles
the
we were
final
given.
boss.
I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
One more. Where is he? God, you had to go all the way around there, didn't you? Hey, man.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too?
Yeah, she's the final boss.
Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Would you just let's go?
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
What?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
One last fight.
That
right in this part.
Sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Return to me.
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Still can't fast travel. Just gonna go this way?
Not this way, I guess.
Not that way. Oh, up there. Just my party. Okay. Alright. Let's do this.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zoogle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then. Storm! Think that shell's hiding something tasty.
Oh my god! Does anyone have resurrection? I think I have some life bottles left.
This one's mine. Lightning strike.
Gale force.
Be my guest.
I'll take you all on! Ha!
God, taking Shion out of my party puts everything up. Christ.
I'm gone. I'll work you through.
I'm ready to go!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the puzzle to me. Take this. Eagle Ride. You require help. Swallow dare. What's this? Going in. Tempest. Strike.
Here goes!
You.
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
In a bind.
Hurricane!
I'm ready.
Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Benediction light.
May 1,000 gales
I'm on
tear
it.
you to shreds!
Thanks, Shion.
I'm on it. Now you see what I can do.
Here, let me help!
Talon Storm.
This one's
Everlasting darkness.
Swallow
dare.
lightning
Make it resonate with the earth. All yours, Kisara.
Benediction light.
That's awesome. I really owe you one.
Look sharp!
Now!
Rinwell. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Okay. We didn't die.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Shion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Shion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
Can I fast travel? Okay. We're good. Save it. How long were we going for? 3 hours and 3 minutes, so extra long episode. But wow, that was a lot of story. A lot of exposition. I'm hopefully got a lot that I can do in between this part and the next one. We went through a lot of stuff. Hoping I can find some side quests along the way and finish up. But yeah, after that we'll be proceeding on to that place over there. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.